Hi, my name is Elizabeth Bellina, and today for my data-driven decision-making course, I am going to be demonstrating two different data management tools that can be used in a school setting to assess, record, collect data. This first one will be Jupyter Ed. We use it primarily in my school district for parents and students to see their grades. Teachers record their grades and put them into the Jupyter Ed system. I'm moving my screen over so I don't share any sensitive information. Apologize, let me get this screen to move over. When you log in, you can see that my subjects are down the left-hand side. You can change, the subjects are, because I teach elementary school, I teach all of them. If you're a middle school teacher or high school teacher, you could have periods, different subjects. It's completely customizable. The system's customizable. There's email and messaging services. We don't use that at my school site, but it's capable of doing it. And you can rearrange and move tabs around however you want. Just making sure no information is shown that doesn't need to be. When you go to setting up, you can set up your different classes. If I taught middle school or high school, there's different options for different classes that you could add, and they give you pre-canned options, but you can also make your own. You can customize it to however you would like to do it. You can also, when you set up, you can do your grades. You can weight things. I have my homework weighted less than I have classes and tests. Also, you can do discipline on the system, and this is customizable. You can go ahead and add things like if you don't want name calling in your class, you can type whatever it is that you would not like to see and the consequences that the student will have, and then their teacher or their parent and the student will be notified if they are to get in any trouble. Moving that over so nobody sees this. You can also use it for roll. I don't want my students' names being seen. You can use this for roll. My students have perfect attendance because we don't use this, but you can also see that there's options for present, tardy, excused, they cut class, suspension, and so forth. And you can also run multiple reports on this system. So you can do grades, report cards, you can even have lesson plans in here, and to my knowledge, there's no way of putting standardized tests in this system, although I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure about that. This does have the capability of having all of the students' information, such as address, email, phone number, parents' names, those sorts of things, and that's about it. So that is Jupyter Ed. Next, I'm going to show you Infinite Campus. Also, one other thing about Jupyter Ed before we move on, it's $59 for one teacher per year to use Jupyter Ed, or it's $8 per student with a minimum of 50 students on the system. And then the number goes down for larger volumes, so you would just contact Jupyter Ed if you were interested. This is Infinite Campus. Infinite Campus is how, in my school district, we take roll. Not entirely sure why we didn't use the same ones, but we don't. Just to make sure we don't show any students, I am going to show you. So when you log on, you can take roll, and this is my roster of my students when they were started at our school. You can see when they started at our school, and this would be a health issue, and let's say a health issue, and then these would be again, this is a health issue. I'm not entirely sure what that is. You could use it for seating charts. We use it for attendance, but there's no attendance there because it's the middle of summer. You can use this for grades, although we don't use it for grades, but if I wanted to, you're not seeing my students' names, but other than this, you could give different classes, reading, add a different class, whatever classes you wanted to add, and you could do grades on this system as well. This also has the option for standardized tests. Let me scoot this screen over. Apologize. You've got the option for standardized tests. You can run reports of attendance, grade books, planners, and so forth. So this is another option for data management tools in the school setting. Infinite Campus carries a cost of about $8.40 per student for the initial startup. So those are the two systems that I am sharing with you today. That would be Jupyter Ed and Infinite Campus. I hope this has been helpful.